Yet I see no sign.
This is The Lord of the Rings, War in the North. We're here on Xbox 360. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. So this is a co-op focused adventure that was meant to be played online with up to 3 players, as you each take kind of a, I guess you would say, role and battle against the forces of evil, and kind of making your own path in the Lord of the Rings franchise. Like, you kind of start your adventure talking to Aragorn, and the idea here is this is supposed to be like a side venture that's going on with other characters that are untold. So I'm a ranger. We've got a dwarf who's apparently very overpowered in this from what I was reading, and then we've got a magic lady. She shoots magic. So it's a hack and slash, and it's got its own story as you explore across the lands of Middle-earth and attempt to make your way through all these enemies. It's supposed to be kind of a little brutally difficult as you level up and maybe make it a little easier, and interesting nonetheless. So what are we getting here? Subs up to 20p, 30 FPS-ish. Definitely some performance hiccups in this one, as it kind of chugs along, that is for sure. But not a bad looking game. Kind of captures the magic of the Lord of the Rings in terms of like the design of the characters and whatnot. But lots of really slow loading segments, which I can see being of disinterest to some, and I guess also if you're playing with your AI as opposed to real players, they're not very smart or useful, so yeah. Anyways, kind of cool. Let's dive in, hack, slash, and take out some orcs, am I right? Ba, 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 ba. They've already fallen? We just started this adventure.
Thanks, my friend. I'm in your debt.
Well, that's great. Glad you guys were able to get that. There's some 2D trees over there and a 2D backdrop, but it still looks kind of lovely. So anyways, real lack of Lord of the Rings games in the modern era. That is for genuinely sure. Oh, I have a health potion. I like how you're telling me that, like, literally as I'm about to die. But yeah, you all have your abilities, you all kind of contribute to this team. It's got a cool vibe to it. Cool level of graphicness and, you know, graphic violence, that is. And it's kind of interesting. And again, just kind of fits into that idea that there's a real lack of Lord of the Rings games. Like, it's a universe that you think you would just be primed for video games. And it kind of used to be, right? We had the movie tie-ins, which were so cool. Two Towers and Return of the King were really cool. And in this era, we got a few different games, and they've all kind of just been forgotten due to messy licensing. Which is such a shame. This one's actually pretty cool, and it would do... like, it would fare a lot better with a little bit more hardware capability. Strength, dexterity, stamina. Let's go for strength. Ooh, I got a few points. Okay. Stamina. Does that make my health more powerful? Oh, it does. That it does. Ooh, and I get an ability. Quick attack. Evade enemy sight. It's probably pretty helpful, that one. Yeah, and then there's a few different settings, like calibrating the screen, but nothing too wild. I have the music turned off because I'm, you know, Lord of the Rings, I'm kind of always a little worried about whether or not that impacts my, you know, copyright and all that stuff. And you got different types of armor and weapons and tools, and yeah. Kind of neat. Looks like you gotta kind of set things up too beforehand, and then you're able to jump in and play, but It's kind of one of those forgotten kind of games, isn't it? Which is a bit of a shame. Because hack and slash actually works pretty well for Lord of the Rings. You can really do like a modern action kind of game and just nail it. Or you could do a game based on Gollum, but you know. All to their own, right? All to their own. Why isn't the blood... Oh, I guess it makes sense that it's black. Never mind. That's red. Okay, I get it now. I was just like, huh? I was like, oh, no, I get that. Because I was like, some of it's red, some of it's black, because it doesn't make sense. I see my characters actually getting blood splotches, and I'm like, oh, okay. Let us march onwards. Why does it feel like a trap? I was just gonna say, you know, whenever you see an enemy disappear like that, you're like, oh, it's a trap. Sure enough, it is. Escape the underground pits. I shall try. I shall try. I got a bad feeling about this. That's the real shame about licensing, and just like it seems like there really wasn't a whole lot of foresight for video games. I think we're maybe getting slightly better at it, but yeah, there really was such a lack of foresight on video games and protecting them for long-term usage. Oh, that guy's dead. What in the Gollum Retch are these things? I actually kind of like this. Should probably go and take care of those archers, eh? They seem to be the ones that do the most damage to me from a distance. Does this heal me in here? Yeah, it's like a little protection shield. What are you gonna do? Hit me in my bubble shield? Can I shoot through this thing? This bubble of protection is awesome. Ow. It's just got like a bit of jank to it, I guess you would say. Just like abuse these shields, yeah. At least you get to play this like, you know, with the AI co-op at least, right? You see how this is kind of difficult though, right? Like we just started our adventure and I'm still like not smoothly, like I'm not at all smoothly cutting through this. It's not like a scale up of difficulty. Oh, you get downed? That's hilarious. Where are all these enemies coming from? There's like hordes over there. That's crazy. Thanks for the revive. Yeah, this is kind of a little brutal. Lots of enemies though, that's for sure. Lots of enemies. Which helps make the world feel more intense. I think it would help if these guys didn't take so much damage. In the movies, they cut them down so much easier. There's their loot here. I kind of want to go after that chest is kind of what is of interest to me. It's running over here to get this chest while everybody I know is dying. Ooh. Nice. So can I, like, give my war axe to... Yeah, I can give my war axe. Nice. So it's actually, like, teamwork. Oh, cool. A secret found. Oh, and it actually changes your character perspective, too. Interesting. They've both fallen, and they can't get up? Well, there's a lot of enemies down there. See if I can take out these archers. I'm gonna say, this is like a little difficult because you just die so easily. What gate is opened?
Just like a dwarf to spend so much time on the ground.
Just like a dwarf to spend so much time on the ground. Kinda nailed the dialogue, don't they?
You have my thanks.
Yes, let us escape these underground tunnels. You're welcome for saving all of your lives, and also for, like, abandoning you, too.
What creature could be making those cries?
Not a good creature. Or maybe a good creature. It's a griffin! Not the poor thing. You like skip cinematics. Let's just get right into the action. Oh, it's an eagle. Oh yeah, so this story, I totally forgot. This is supposed to explain why the eagles couldn't just fly the crew to Mordor, I guess. I forgot this is supposed to be part of the story too. You're a free eagle. I thought you were a griffin, my bad. I forgot about the giant eagles.
I need healing.
Thought I broke all the chains.
I cannot take much more.
Well, don't tell the orcs you can't take much more. There's more coming. Let us take them on. I feel like my ultra execution thing should, like, fully execute them, you know what I'm saying? Why won't you die? Bit of an edge of difficulty to this one. I guess locally you should be able to do 2 players. Yeah, it's online is 3. It says local 2. So you can at least do split screen. That's kind of cool and cozy.
Servants of the enemy, beware!
Bring it. Although, honestly, I think I should really focus on these archer guys. They seem to be the #1 killer of your team. Yeah, I love how you have an ultra ability and it doesn't even instantly kill this stuff. It's ridiculous.
Take cover within this sphere of light.
Sure doesn't seem to be stopping them. Yeah, they take a lot of hits, these guys.
Now I'm getting back.
A lot of hits.
You face a ranger now.
Ooh, a Norbury saber. Oh, and I can level up too. Let's get that strength going and the health, I guess, too, eh? I have one more skill point. Increases the damage of my ranger strike, which doesn't seem to do anything. The dual wielding of one-handed weapons increases the damage when equipped. Okay. When wielding two-handed swords. So this is my ranger strike, and this increases the damage of it. I guess I'll unlock evasion. And so that's actually worse than what I have. Alright. Because I see I have a two-handed sword. Gotcha. Could have been dual wielding though. It's all about the eagle. That's what I'm talking about, eagle. You show 'em who's boss. I'll call you Eagly. Will you fly us to Isengard?
I thank you, friends.
He talks.
Without your timely arrival, my death would have been slow, but certain.
You can speak.
Why, of course. The great eagles of the north speak as well as any man. I am called Balaram. My home is in the Misty Mountains, and I serve Gwaihir, Lord of Eagles. Who is it I have to thank for my rescue?
I am Eridan, one of the Dunedain of the north. And my companions are Andriel and Farin.
Then I am indebted to you, Eridan of the Dunedain, and to your friends.
How did the goblins manage to capture you?
I was careless, and the goblins were well prepared. They used war machines to fire bolts that exploded around me. I was stunned and fell from the sky. When I came to my senses, I was bound and helpless, even as you found.
We hope to find allies here. Have you seen any elves in the city?
Not long ago, I heard the clash of arms and the shouts of goblins nearby. I assumed you were the source, but it is possible there are other allies in the city. I cannot say where they might be now.
What brought you here to Fornost?
I often range far across the lands of the north, gathering news for Gwaihir, my lord. When I saw activity here in long-abandoned Fornost, I grew curious and flew lower to investigate.
What did you see?
Goblins and other foul folk are working within the ruins. They appear to be preparing for war, building siege engines and stockpiling arms.
Did you see any sign of the one who leads this force?
I
A
saw
lot of
a tall
dialogue.
man, heavily armored. The goblins obeyed his commands. Who he is I cannot say, but he had an aura of menace, like one tainted by the shadow.
Agandar. It must be.
You know this man?
He is a servant of the Dark Lord. We must find him and destroy him if we are able.
I will assist you, but it will be perilous. The enemy has positioned war machines upon the inner wall. They limit my ability to fly freely.
If we could reach the top of the wall, we might be able to destroy the machines.
Beyond those doors, you will find a passage and stairs leading up to the wall.
How convenient.
The machines are certain to be heavily guarded. We have little chance of surprising the goblins with but one way to approach.
I will take to the air and draw their fire. If we are fortunate, that will allow you to gain the top of the wall unobserved.
Very well. Let's go.
Friend to the eagles. Caca! How convenient that the door is right here. Oh. I can return to Bree at any point? Interesting. How much money do I have? 300 just... Oh. Cool.